So when I think of creative effectiveness, I think about the collision of creativity and data and how those two come together and how data can inform the creative process and output, and how, again, it can be innovated against. And more clients today are expecting advertising, marketing, content marketing to be measured. They're asking us and their own employees to make sure the campaigns that they're doing are driving back to ROI. And I think some of the advantages that people are now having is a lot of these alliances that we're having with Facebook, for example, with Wonderman. WPP has a data alliance. So actually aggregating this data that might be earned, owned, proprietary to that client, and really making sure that whatever insights we can garner from that influence and inform that creative process. So I do think creative can be quantifiable, especially when, I come from the Wonderman world where everything we've always done is measurable. And that's where you need to, you look at segmentation, you look at customer journeys. But I think the difference that I'm seeing today more than ever is this really agile, nimble environment where data is helping marketers make quicker, faster decisions. So we're no longer going through typical campaign workflows where there's a very kind of rigid process to what we're doing. A lot of what we're doing is about putting something out to market, testing it, A/B testing it, developing data dashboards that every day with clients we can making decisions as to how we might change something. So I'm not saying that we're not looking at the big picture or marketing insights. We absolutely are still doing that, but we're really using data real time to kind of get to the information we need because we know customers don't have linear journeys anymore and that they're influenced in so many ways as part of their purchase funnel. The best agencies in terms of the effectiveness of data and the subjectivity of creative is really kind of that collision like I talked about in the beginning, is how do you make those two work together, right? I mean, obviously offers are important, obviously targeting is important, but creative still has a huge role in what we need to do, right? I mean, people are still human, people are still emotional. A lot of my clients are talking about marketing automation. I just want to say, yeah, marketing automation allows us to, put messages through a system, target customers the way we want to target them, but we cannot forget that there are human insights that we need to make sure that the creative is delivering against. Otherwise, we're not going to move the needle, right? I mean, you don't want machines talking to machines. You need those human elements. So that's really where that creative becomes quantifiable in those insights and the data that informs how that creative product needs to be changed and how to optimize it, how you might want to test it, how you might learn something new about somebody else to target them in a different media channel. And that's what I think, and that's how I think it all comes together. My main source of information for creative effectiveness actually come from brands that are revolutionizing their own industries. And I'm lucky enough to work on T-Mobile in the US. And T-Mobile, through their Un-carrier movement, have truly revolutionized the wireless industry. They're, going out there, they're being ballsy about how they're, differentiating themselves from their competitors. They're breaking rules, and they're actually making their competitors of AT&T and Verizon actually a little nervous and following suit. Another example is like the Daily Shave Club. I mean, what a great idea. What a great, thing. Shell, for example. Shell, we all know what Shell does, but Shell's actually now turning that conversation to start getting more customer relationships. And you think, well, why are they doing that? So those brands are the ones that, inspire me when it comes to innovation and getting that creative inspiration. I think the advertising marketing world is a cycle, and I think, as clients ask for different things all the time and things ebb and flow. As an agency, you obviously always have to be nimble to be able to react. A lot of times new words are added to the marketplace and people think it's something new, but it's always really kind of the foundations of our industry remain the same. How we go about them obviously may change as we get more technology, more data, more innovative ways of reaching our people, but the foundational elements always stay the same. I think that's an important thing for people to remember.